You lazy, no-good slackers drive me nuts! Can't you just listen to me once in your worthless life? Because if you did, you'd see I'm trying to teach you some simple responsibility, some pride in doing a job well done. But you wouldn't know a job well done if you paid someone to do it for you. And even then, you'd screw it all up on the account that you can't even follow the simplest of the instructions, worrying more about looking cool than doing your job.
Indeed, I do believe that Black Ops 7 and Treyarch and Activision don't seem to know what the hell they're doing with their new game, Black Ops 7, because at this point, the entire opening marketing theme for this game has been a complete mess from start to finish. The entire PR of this game has been falling on its face. The Gamescom has been a complete disaster, and then of course nobody cared about the trailer, so then they've been freaking out and trying to reveal as much as possible about the game. They explained pretty much everything about the campaign and its new characters and then its old returning characters, like we didn't know who the fuck Harper was. And if you didn't know who Harper was, right, you obviously didn't play the original Black Ops 2, and it's the fact that they have to explain all this stuff to you now. They have to explain pretty much everything that's going on within the game, and yet you have their competitors like Battlefield 6, where all they have to do is give you little screenshots and little snippets of what their new maps are looking like, because the game explains itself. There's not like, we don't even know anything about the story for the game. We don't know if it's going to be good or not. We don't know if it's going to be like the best thing since Swiss cheese. But at this point, that entire campaign looks far better than what Black Ops 7 is going to offer, and we don't even know what it's going to be about. It could be the worst thing ever, and I think it would still beat the brakes off of Black Ops 7. I know that I've been making a lot of videos recently just kind of like crapping all over Call of Duty, because honestly, the entire series has become a complete joke at this point. Ever since they went into the way of Modern Warfare 2019, the game actually launched pretty well, and every single game after that somehow has been selling more and more, and yet they keep delivering worse and worse products, and they keep manipulating the entire community. And it's like, oh, well, the game is really good, and yet the players counts drops. Oh, it's not any problems with our game, and yet the servers are trash. It's just one thing after another. SBMM, trash servers, goofy looking terrible skins, and just a plethora of other issues that people have with the game that just continue to make it worse and worse. I'm still surprised that I see comments popping up on my videos about how they're going to buy Black Ops 7 when at all, if you just pay attention to anything that's going on with the entire marketing of the game, it just looks like nobody gives a crap about the game. I think the pre-orders are completely awful this year, which they certainly look like that on Steam. We don't have any information really on Xbox, but pretty much everybody owns Game Pass at this point because there's just so much of a good deal for Game Pass. And of course, what's going to be on Game Pass? Oh, well, that's Black Ops 7, and you can get the game for $30 whopping dollars according to most people, because that's pretty much what a main subscription for Game Pass costs these days. So if you're someone that is actually owning Game Pass, right, I think you're going to really enjoy Black Ops 7. It seems like they're throwing as much crap into the game as possible. I talked about in my last video how the game is going to suffer from bloat. It just seems like they're trying to shove in as much stuff as possible. They're doing an entire end game for the campaign. They're doing an entire multiplayer that has weapons that go up to level 250 through multiple prestiges, and you get different camos for each prestige. There's 16 mastery camos in the game, and it's like, well, what's wrong with that? It's like, we didn't need that in the past. They see their player counts dropping, and they're probably thinking through some kind of algorithm or some data entry that some intern created there over there at Treyarch or Activision, that it's showing that when people complete their camo mastery challenge, that they just get off the game. I know pretty much every YouTuber that I watched going through Black Ops 6 when it first came out, the moment they got to the dark matter camo, they got off the game. And I don't think it was because they ran out of stuff to do. I think it was just because the game was complete trash.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I love the young people.
You would think that a game that's been around as long as Call of Duty would be able to actually learn from its mistakes and, you know, build on top of everything. But instead, they just take the existing stuff and then just kind of expand it in the worst way possible. Like I mentioned how the fact that they're going to make every gun have like 16 different fucking mastery camos, and it's not just the guns, that's just overall. There's 4 mastery camos for the campaign, 4 for the multiplayer, and 4 for the zombies, and everything works together. So it means that whenever you do something in the campaign, end game, or whenever you're playing zombies, or whenever you're playing Warzone, all the XP is going to go straight into your account. just adding to the fact that they're trying to keep you on the game as long as possible. They think that you leveling up is what's going to get people going, and that's a nice shot for me there. I'm definitely not cheating, and I'm playing the PC version of Black Ops 2 still, because I'd rather go back and play a game that actually respects your time. Another nice shot, holy shit. I'd rather play Black Ops 2 right now, even if it's on the PC, even if it means that I'm risking my entire computer because the game is so hacked and messed up, right? Why would I want to sit there and go and play the new games when I know the matchmaking isn't going to respect my time? The entire fact that they have an algorithm and people hired at Activision to make sure that you are on the game in such a specific way that maybe, just maybe, you'll take your little butt over to the workshop and buy something out of their store for $30 fucking dollars, right? These bundles aren't cheap. I don't understand why anyone's going in there and spending 20, 24, 25, just any amount of money for it. And God forbid, like, they just keep adding more and more stuff on top of it. There's even a rumor going around that the game is now going to switch into a subscription-based model. They see how many people are paying for Black Cell each month, and they're realizing that if they just charge everybody for a subscription to get into the game, then you're gonna get your complete rocker knocked off. I just can't understand why anyone would be willing to stand up for Activision. It's like the Karen or something sitting in the Walmart or the airport yelling for somebody to come help them, right? That's what Activision looks like right now, and nobody wants to get up and help them because they are kicking and screaming down into obscurity as their new game that they probably spent millions and hundreds of millions of dollars on is falling through their fucking fingers. I implore you to not buy Black Ops 7. I implore you to not give these people any more money. These guys don't give a crap about you. They see you only as a deployable wallet. They think that you are just able to whip out your credit card or your mom's credit card and throw in those digits and give them more money. You're only giving them more Ferraris in their garage. I say that all the time. Activision needs another Ferrari for their garage. And if you are sitting there buying all these skins, that's all you're supplying these people. They don't care. They don't put anything back into the game. Sure, they're making new stuff. They're making all these new weapons and stuff for Black Ops 7. And it's just basically a giant update for Warzone. It's just a giant update for their Battle Royale, which has been the same thing for the past 6 years. It has not changed. They may have relabeled it as Warzone 2.0, but at this point, it's just going to be the same shit every single year. I don't understand why anyone is enjoying it, how anyone's willing to get on it, and it's the fact that when you're playing it, it barely functions, and the game always breaks during each update.
I know, let's try and communicate with it.
And then everything fucking breaks. The servers break, the new, camo grinding stuff breaks, all their weekly challenges break, and that's like all they can say and reveal for the new game. Oh, we're gonna have weekly challenges, we're gonna have 16 million bajillion fucking camos that you can grind for and charms that you unlock. It's like, well, is any of that actually going to track? When the beta comes out for this game, if anything feels clunky, if anything feels a little bit off, the game is going to flop so hard because Battlefield is over here showing off a very well polished game. There is barely any bugs in the game other than a few issues that people were having with some graphical glitches, but that's very much to be expected at this point. And there's a couple ragdoll issues with some kill effects and stuff, but other than that, I had almost zero issues with Battlefield. And yet when you play Call of Duty, it just feels like the entire game is disintegrating every single time they touch it, and then you have to restart the game 18 times over just to get the update to work. And of course, every single update costs you about 100 gigabytes on your hard drive, and I just don't understand it anymore. Why does anyone actually want to give these people a chance? I understand that maybe, just maybe, zombies will be good this year. I saw the new trailer and I did just make a video shitting all over the zombies, but how can you blame me? Every single year it's been worse and worse, and at this point, maybe zombies will be the only thing that they have going for them this year. What do you guys think about this whole discourse around Black Ops 7? Is the game actually going to be good, and do you think this early marketing strategy is actually going to do anything for these guys? And do you think the negativity around the game is going to heavily affect the game's sales? Because I really do think that this year Black Ops 7 and Activision, Treyarch, and all those guys are really sitting here and scrambling together something so they can try to figure out a way to get people excited for the game. If COD Next is not an exciting event for Call of Duty Black Ops 7 will be the worst game in the series. Heed my warning. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you enjoy. See you later. Bye.